Biomolecules. Biomolecules. Bio means living. Molecule means, according to chemistry, what is molecule? Molecule is group of atoms. In living organisms, there is presence of many biomolecules. So in cell lesson, we came across regarding many topics like that structure of membrane, cell wall, and some other organelles also. See, first we studied about cell wall. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, pectin, hemicellulose, lignin, suberin, like that some substances we studied already. Suppose plasma membrane, cell membrane is there. Cell membrane is made up of what? Lipids are there, carbohydrates are there, proteins are there, that we can come across. Suppose in mitochondria there is presence of many enzymes. Lysozymes are suicidal bags which have hydrolytic enzymes. Nucleic acids are present in nucleus. What all are these? So these biomolecules are chemical substances present in living cells. In living cells, the chemical substances present, they are mainly responsible for the activity of cell. That molecules, we can consider them as biomolecules. Here, these various types of biomolecules are present. Various types of molecules are present in biological system. What is biological system? Biological system means a living cell or living organism is called biological system. In the biological system, there is presence of many molecules. The types of various molecules are present and they perform variety of functions. See that functions are which are performed by various types of biomolecules. Suppose the nucleic acids are found in nucleus like that. Nucleic acids are responsible for heredity and inheritance, we discussed. Suppose cellulose, pectin which are present in cell wall, they are responsible for protection of the cell wall and protection of the cell. Lipids which are present in plasma membrane, they give a definite shape and it is responsible for permeability, impermeability of that plasma membrane. Okay. Carbohydrates are there which are acting as energy sources. So cell consists different biomolecules. That various biomolecules perform many variety of functions. So all these variety functions, all together, all these are called cellular pool. All biomolecules and the functions of biomolecules is called cellular pool. That is one important. Here, these biomolecules include various molecules like organic, inorganic substances. Biomolecules include inorganic and organic molecules. What are inorganic molecules? What are organic molecules? Can anyone tell me? What is the difference between organic and inorganic? According to chemistry, inorganic means the molecule or substance which has no carbon. And the substance which has a carbon is called organic substance. Organic and inorganic substances are there. Okay, which are present in cell. Here, that organic substances may include many molecules like carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, nucleic acids like that. Inorganic substances include water, some metabolites, and there may be presence of some essential elements like that. Okay, all these compounds like inorganic and organic molecules are totally called biomolecules. Or you can write the molecules. Molecules include organic, inorganic molecules which are present in living systems. They are called biomolecules. Molecules in that living system include this organic, inorganic. All together they are called as biomolecules. These biomolecules include various substances like carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, nucleic acids, along with that biomolecules including water, some metabolic products which are called as metabolites, vitamins, minerals, etc. So these biomolecules include carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, nucleic acids, even water also. Along with that, enzymes, hormones, vitamins will also come. Enzymes are there, which are proteins. Hormone also there. All right, that also. Enzymes, hormones, all together called biomolecules. All these biomolecules which are present in living organism. So all these molecules which are present in a living system like a cell or organism, they are called as biomolecules. Okay, here why we need to study the importance of these biomolecules. So if you find these biomolecules and their role, then we can easily understand the characteristic features of cell. Cellular properties we can study well. Okay, here the chemical composition of living organism is not similar from one cell to another cell or one organism to another organism. Molecular composition, that means what biomolecule is present. Molecular composition is different in plants and animals. In plants, they have one molecular composition. In cell, we already studied that. In cell, suppose take a plant cell, what are the characteristic features of plant cell? Plant cell has cell wall. But in animal cell, there is no cell wall. That means plant cell have cellulose, pectin like that. But in animal cell, there is no cellulose. One more difference is there. In plant cell, there is presence of chlorophyll. But in animal cells, there is no chlorophyll. Like that, cellular composition is different from cell to cell. Plants to animal are different organisms. Okay. Here we can compare that presence of biomolecules so that we can easily understand the processes which are performed by individual cells. Which cell is performing which function, that we can understand. Okay. Here, see one by one how to study that biomolecules step by step. And not only that living system, suppose in earth, what is the content of biomolecule? In that biomolecules also, which one is present? See, suppose carbohydrates are there, means carbohydrates are majorly made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Amino acids are there which are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sometimes sulfur. Nucleic acids are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus. And lipids are there which are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and sometimes nitrogen. So that composition is different. How can we find that? That we are going to study. First write that lipids, first carbohydrates we can write. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Proteins are amino acids. Both proteins and amino acids are similar category. They are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. Then nucleic acid. They are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus. Lipid. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. So based on this composition, we can find what is a molecule. Suppose we are doing analysis of a material. If we take a material, we don't know whether it is carbohydrate or lipid or anything. So by doing this elementary composition, which element is present in that sample? By knowing that, we can find this molecular. What is molecular composition means? Which molecule is made up of which atoms? That is molecular composition. Okay, Dhanvantari, now you might understand this. Molecular composition means what elements are present in molecules. What are the elements present in individual molecules? So how to find that chemical composition of this molecule? How to find the chemical composition or analysis or write enough chemical composition only? How to find this? Suppose if we take a tissue or a cell or a pot, in that tissue or pot, what are the elements present? What is the chemical composition of that tissue? How to find that is, we can find by some analysis technique. Okay, see here, first what we are doing to find the chemical composition or elementary composition. Elementary composition means which element is present. Elementary composition. Suppose carbohydrates have elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. What is the elementary composition of carbohydrates? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. What is the elementary composition of protein or amino acid? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. This is the elementary composition. How to find that elementary composition? A tissue. Tissue means whatever the tissue is taken. Tissue means either a plant tissue or animal tissue or a bacterial cell. In plant also, whether a leaf or root or stem, whatever it is, a tissue is taken and it is grinded in mortar and pestle. By adding a chemical substance called trichloroacetic acid. Trichloroacetic acid is taken. By adding that trichloroacetic acid in a mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle, you know what is used for grinding. Okay, in that mortar and pestle, a tissue is taken. To that, a trichloroacetic acid is added and it is grinded. So then it is filtered. After grinding, centrifugation is done. Centrifugation is done. What is centrifugation means? Centrifugation is a process where we are separating undissolved particles and dissolved particles into two layers. Take a liquid which is mixed with some amount of soil is taken. A salt came. Now, here now. Is the board clear now? No. Wait 1 second. Yeah, it is blurring. A call came. See, if you take a water, to that water add some soil. Soil particles are added and it is mixed. It forms a solution with water. If we keep it for some time, we can separate the soil particle which will be sedimenting on bottom, and pure water will be there. So that is a separation process. Like that, centrifugation is a process where we are separating with the force. In centrifugation, we can separate the particles based on the size and density. So separation is done in centrifugation. So after centrifugation, what we are doing in centrifugation? Separating insoluble pool and soluble pool. Soluble particles are separated into one layer, insoluble particles are separated into another layer. After centrifugation, there is formation of two layers. Okay, the two layers is one upper layer is there na? Upper layer is called supernatant. Bottom layer, which is insoluble pool, insoluble matter, is called as pellet or residue. Insoluble pool is called pellet or residue, which is sedimented at the bottom, which is called as a pellet or sediment or residue. If you see these properties, supernatant is there na? What is supernatant? It is present on upper layer. That is acid soluble part. That means what we did here, cell was taken, that cell is grinded with a trichloroacetic acid. This trichloroacetic acid, acetic acid liquid is there. In that liquid it is grinded. After sedimentation, what will happen? Trichloroacetic acid liquid will form on top layer. Upper layer is trichloroacetic acid. That trichloroacetic acid is called what? Supernatant. That supernatant has acid soluble molecules, acid soluble pool, and residue is there na? Residue means a pellet, which is acid insoluble pool. This is acid soluble pool or part, that is acid insoluble pool or acid insoluble pool part. So when we are separating two layers, one is liquid, another one is pellet or residue. So liquid portion is what? Acid. The molecules which were dissolved in acid will be present in this supernatant, and the molecules which were not dissolved in this will be present in pellet or residue. Okay, these are further separated by analytical techniques. These are further separated. What are that? Supernatant, that means in that beaker what we are doing, one upper layer is formed which is supernatant, bottom layer is formed which is pellet. Upper layer is separated, bottom layer is separated. They are taken collectively. Okay, now this acid soluble part is there na? Acid soluble pool, that is checked. its chemical composition is checked and it contains low molecular weight substances. Low molecular weight molecules will be present here. Low molecular weight molecules are present in acid soluble parts. Acid soluble part is checked when we checked that acid soluble part that has low molecular weight substances. What is that low molecular weight? Molecular weight, you know. What is molecular weight? Molecular weight. Anyone? Molecular weight. Sum of what is molecular weight? What is molecular weight? No one is answering. Sum of weight of element present in a molecule. Sum of atomic mass. Sum of mass of element or sum of mass of atom. Total atomic mass is called as molecular weight. If that molecular weight is less, then it will be present in supernatant. Molecular weight is more means that will be present in LH. So low molecular weight substances are present. As they have low molecular weight, these less molecular weight or low molecular weight molecules are called biomicromolecules. Biomicromolecules. Micro means small. Bio means living. So molecules which have less size. Size is depending on mass. Molecular weight is more means the chain or whatever the polymer length is more, size is more, then molecular weight will also be more. And acid insoluble pool is there, na? That acid insoluble pool, here low molecular weight which has less than 800 Daltons of molecular weight. This acid soluble pool has low molecular weight molecules, right? What is the molecular weight here means they have less than 800 Daltons molecular weight. Dalton is unit of molecular weight. Acid insoluble pool has high molecular weight substance. High molecular weight molecules. These are called biomacromolecules. So macromolecules means which have more molecular weight. Due to more molecular weight, they may have more size. Micromolecules have less molecular weight. Due to the less molecular weight, they have less size. This is the difference. Here, higher molecular weight substances are present in acid insoluble pool. That higher molecular substances are called as biomacromolecules. And lesser molecular weight substances are present here in acid soluble pool. That molecules are called as what? Biomicromolecules. But one important point we need to remember about lipids. Lipids which are found in acid insoluble pool. Lipids are found in acid insoluble pool when we are separating. See here, what is acid insoluble pool? Acid insoluble pool contains high molecular weight substances, right? High molecular weight substances, we can consider them as biomacromolecules. But lipids are found in insoluble pool, but they have less than 800 Daltons molecular weight. They have less than 800 Daltons of molecular weight. If more than 800 Daltons molecular weight is there, then we can consider them as biomolecules which are present in acid insoluble form. But here lipids have less than 800 Daltons molecular weight. That molecules we are calling as biomicromolecules. That biomicromolecules should be present in acid soluble pool. But these lipids are present in acid insoluble pool. Why? Because lipids form aggregate. If you take individual lipid is a biomicromolecule that has less molecular weight. Single lipid means that it has only 100 or 200 Daltons of molecular weight only. But aggregate like bilayer, lipid bilayer, liposomes, lipid bilayers, micelles or vesicles, like that there is formation of other structures. So when these lipids are forming into aggregates, they are considered as macromolecules which have more molecular weight, so they are present in acid insoluble pool. Do you understand that? Originally lipids have less than 800 Daltons molecular weight. Less than 800 Daltons molecular weight means they are micromolecules, they should be present in acid soluble pool. But these lipids forming aggregates like lipid bilayer, due to formation of this aggregate, they will be present in acid insoluble pool. Okay, what are bilayers? Lipid bilayer like plasma membrane, liposomes. Okay, like that there is formation of aggregate. Lipid bilayer, plasma membrane is a very large network. When there is formation of a very large network like plasma membrane, that has very more size, so that it will be present in acid insoluble pool. Okay, right. Is it complete? Okay, these points I get it. Then up to now we know what is macromolecule, what is micromolecule, that's all. Up to now we know what is molecular weight we discovered, and we know what is macromolecule, what is micromolecule. Then element analysis. Element analysis means, suppose lipid, carbohydrate, whatever it is, what is the composition of that element? Element analysis is carried by ash analysis. Ash, when it is burnt, when we are burning, there is formation of a residue like ash. That ash is analyzed. What we are doing here is, here dried biomass is taken. Dried biomass means water is removed by drying. So that dried biomass is taken and it is burnt. We are burning at 450 degrees centigrade. 450 degrees centigrade in furnace. Furnace means like a burner. Between silica crucibles. Between silica crucibles. Silica crucible means like silica crystal. Sand is there, like that. A plates of silica are made, that is called as silica crucible. In between that, one silica crucible is there, another silica crucible is there. Between them, This dried biomass is taken and it was burnt by taking a furnace. Furnace means what we can say. In villages, you might study to make some instrument from iron. Some people will burn that iron and make into some shape. To burn that or to heat that iron, that instrument is used in a flaming instrument. That is what we are calling furnace. By using that furnace at 450 degrees centigrade, it was burnt. When this dried biomass is burnt at 450 degrees centigrade, it will release ash. Ash without releasing CO2. Why we are using this furnace in middle of the silica crucibles is the question. If we burn that dried biomass directly when it is exposed to atmosphere, from that there may be loss of CO2. If CO2 is released means we cannot find carbon and oxygen content. So carbon dioxide is released into atmosphere on burning means what is the amount of carbon present in that tissue? That we cannot find. Exact value will not come. So that it is converted into ash without losing CO2. Yeah, it is an enclosed structure used for burning. That is called what? Furnace. What is the word after aggregate? Aggregate like bilayers, liposome. Aggregate like bilayers and liposome. Analysis, ash analysis. Okay, like this it was done. After that ash is there, na? Ash. Ash means the powder from what we are taking. That ash obtained is subjected to an instrument called atomic absorption spectrophotometry. It is subjected to atomic absorption spectrophotometry and element composition found. That ash what we produce from the burning of the dried biomass, then it is subjected to ash what we are taking from burning, that is subjected to atomic absorption spectrophotometry. Atomic, atom, absorption, taking light, spectrophotometry, measurement. Spectrophotometry means measurement of spectrum of light. What is spectrum of light? Different colors of light is called as spectrum, you know. That spectrum of light is called measured, that is spectrophotometry. Here what we are doing in this analysis of AAS. AAS stands for atomic absorption spectrophotometry. What we are doing is ash what we are taken, that ash is mixed with some solution and through that ash solution some water is passed. Light is passed. Suppose this is ash material is there, through that light is passed. Light has a different wavelength, right? A particular wavelength of light will be absorbed by particular element. Suppose carbon is there, means carbon will absorb a particular wavelength of light only. It will not allow or it will not absorb all light of all wavelengths. Suppose nitrogen is there, this nitrogen will absorb only particular wavelength of light. So suppose we need to identify nitrogen means, so wavelength of nitrogen we are passing now. When that wavelength of nitrogen is passed here, that nitrogen will absorb some light from that wavelength. Here that absorption of light is depending on the concentration of the nitrogen. More nitrogen is there means more light absorption. Less nitrogen means less nitrogen. Like that absorption is depending on the concentration. By that we can find the atomic or elementary composition. Element is present in which concentration, that we can identify by this method. By using this, each element composition which is present in human body and earth crust was found. Take that tabular column, elements. That element which is present in earth crust. In earth crust it is present in which amount? In human body, what is the percentage of that element? A tabular column. First one, hydrogen. Hydrogen. In earth crust, its composition is 0.14.